Hello boys and girls, welcome to the Math Club. In this video, we're going to talk about 1.2 Indices. Question 1. Write as a single power. When we have a question like this, we will have numbers with powers. We have to focus on the base numbers. If we have the same base numbers like here, these are called base numbers because they are the base of the numbers. And the numbers on top of them are called the index or the power. Now, if we have the same base number and we are multiplying them, it means we have to take the powers and add them together. So the answer here will be 3. So we write the same base number, 3, and then the power will be adding the powers here. So we're going to add the powers. So 4 plus 5 equals 9. So the power will be 9. Let's make this bigger here. So the first one is going to be 3, and the power will be 9. Like this. Let's make this smaller. So the first question, 3 to the power of 9. How did we do this? Because we're multiplying the same base numbers. And because we're multiplying the same base numbers, it means we have to add the powers. Now, if we are dividing the same base numbers, we're going to take the powers and subtract them. For example, 7 power of 9 divides 7 power of 5. So we're going to take the powers and subtract them. So if we're dividing the same base numbers, it means the answer is going to be the same as the base number. So it's going to be 7, like this. And then the power will be 9 minus 5. So 9 minus 5 equals, very good, 4. So the power will be 4, like this. So what do we understand here? We understand if we are multiplying the same base numbers, we have to add the powers. If we're dividing the same base numbers, we have to subtract the powers. This one is for question A, B, and C. Same idea with C. We are dividing the same base numbers, so we have to subtract the powers. So the answer will be 4, because we are dividing the same base number. We're going to use the same base number. So it's going to be 4. And the power is 13 minus 10. And 13 minus 10 is, very good, 3. So the power will be 3. So these are the ideas for question A, B, and C. Because we have the same base numbers, we have to work that way. Now let's take a look at D, F, and E. D, E, and F. Now D, E, and F, they have the same idea. We have something called power of a power. Power of a power. As you can see, there's a power inside on the number, on the base number, and then there's a power outside of it. In this case, we're going to take the powers and multiply them by each other. We're going to take the powers and multiply them by each other. So here it's going to be, first we're going to put the same base number, so it's going to be 11. Same idea with all the cases here. So we're going to use the same base number, which is 11, and then we're going to take the powers and multiply them. So 7 times 3 equals, good job, 21. 21. So in case that we have a power of a power, we're going to use the same base number, and then we multiply the powers. We multiply the powers. So 7 times 3 is 21. Same idea with D and F. We have a power of a power. So here we use the same base number. So the answer will be 2. Let's make it bigger. And then the power, we're going to multiply them. So 4 times 3 equals, very good, 12. Focus, we have to multiply the powers here, not add them or subtract them. We have to multiply them. So focus on the difference between these and these. Now here we have 5 to the power of 5 and then to the power of 5. Same idea. I'm going to use the same base number, which is 5. And then I'm going to multiply the powers to get the new power. So 5 times 5 equals, good job, 25. So it's going to be 5 to the power of 25. So as we notice that A, B, C are the same idea, D, E, F are the same idea. Now let's take a look at G and H and I. G, H, and I. Now GH and I, we don't have the same base number. We don't have a power of a power. We have something different. We have different types of numbers. Now let's take a look at them and how we answer them. Now first, let's make space for that. I'll remove all of this. So we have space for GH and I. Let's put them here. I want to explain and the idea of answering these questions, and let's see if you get it. It's easy, you'll get it, inshallah. Here, let's talk about G here. In G, we have 8 times 2 power 6. We understand that if you multiply the same base numbers, you can add the powers. And when you divide the same base numbers, you subtract the powers. So the idea here is you must have the same base numbers. It means what? It means we have to turn this into the same base number, which is 2. Now 8 is not a base number because the 2 is the base number because it already has a power. So I'm going to make this 2 with a power. Now how can I make the 8 2 with a power? I come to the 8 and divide it by 2. So I'm going to say 8 divided by 2. Focus on this because this is the idea of finding the powers and using the base numbers. So I'm going to divide the 8 by the 2. Why did I choose the 2? Because I need the base number to become 2. So I'm going to divide it by 2 here. So 8 divided 2 equals, very good, 4. And then 4 divided 2 again equals, good job, 2. And then 2 divided 2 again equals 1. When I reach 1, I have to stop. I have to stop because I finished everything and I reached 1. Now after reaching 1, I just have to count how many 2's do I have. I have 3 2's here. It means the base number is to the power of 3. So it's going to be 2 to the power of 3. Very good. And this is how you find or turn this number into a base number. So it's going to be 2 to the power of 3. Now, after finding the base number with a power, I'll remove the 8 and put this instead of the 8. So I'm going to put this here instead of the 8. So this one is going to be 2 to the power of 3. So it's going to be 2. And the power will be 3, like this. Now I want you to focus on the steps and how to find the base number. So first we found the base number. Now we have 2 to the power of 3 multiplied by 2 to the power 6. Now we have the same base numbers. We can answer our question with no problems. So we're going to use the same base number, which is 2. And then because we're multiplying, it means we're going to do what? We're going to add the powers. So 3 plus 6 will equal 9. So the power will be 9. And this is the idea of answering a question like this. So first thing we do, we have to find the base number and the power. After that, we follow the steps of multiplying the number with a base number, or the two numbers with the same base number, or dividing numbers with the same base number. Now this one is for multiplying. Now we don't have to follow the whole steps. I'm going to show you how to find the base numbers for each one of these, the H and the G, the H and the I. Now let me remove these first. Let me remove this. Now here in H we have 3 to the power of 5 and 81, so it's multiplied by 81. It means I want to find the base number or the power of the base number that makes a 381, because I know that the base number must be 3 because it's already here. So the base number must be 3. Then I have to make this the same. I have to make it 3 with the power. Same idea, I'm going to take the 81 and divide it by 3. So I'm going to start dividing the 81 by 3. So let's make a line like this. So first I'm going to divide by 3 like this. So 81 divided 3 equals 27. Good job. Equals 27. I put 27 here. And then divide the 27 by another 3. Divide 3 equals 9. Good job. Equals 9. and then divide the 9 by 3 equals 3. Good job. And then divide the 3 by 3 equals 1. And then when you reach 1, you have to stop. And this is the idea of finding the power of the base number. We already know that the base number is 3. It means we're going to take the 81 and divide it by 3 until we reach 1. Once we reach 1, we count how many 3's do we have here. We have 4. It means the number will be 3 and the power will be 4. So it's going to be 3 to the power of 4, like this. 3 and the power will be 4, like this. Now, the next step that we're going to do, we're going to remove the 81 here and put 3 to the power of 4, like this. So 3 to the power of 4, like this. Let's make it smaller. Now, we follow the steps of multiplying. If we multiply the same base numbers, we're going to use the same base number, which is the 3, and the power will be added to each other. So we're going to add 5 and 4. So 5 and 4 will be 9. So the answer is 3 to the power of 9. Like this, yes. And this is the idea of this question. Same idea here. We take the 125. We start dividing by what? Very good, by 5. Because we know that the base number must be 5. We already know that the base number is 5. So we start dividing this by 5. And then we count how many 5's do we have. After that, we use it the same way that we used this one. And then we follow the steps of dividing the same base numbers using powers. And this is how you answer a question like this. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.